Hi, and welcome to this week's mini pick-a-card reading. I post these every Wednesday, and this week's topic is what will they do next? So, as you can see, my mini pick-a-card readings always use miniature cards, and there's more for you guys to choose from. Generally, they go a little bit quicker than my usual readings, okay? And this week we're going to be using Madeline Payne's Pocket Oracle, the Answer deck, and a miniature Rider-Waite tarot deck, okay? Before I begin, I wanted to thank a viewer who went to the MomentsAre wish list and got the Angel Dreams Oracle cards by Doreen and Melissa Virtue. I really appreciate it. I've already started working them. They are so awesome. I really love them. I'm really looking forward to using them. I'll probably use them next week in a pick-a-card reading, so you guys can look forward to that. But that said, let's go ahead and name our piles. What will they do next? Okay, pile number 1 is the pink pile. Pile number 2 is the purple pile. Pile number 3 is the red pile. Pile number 4 is the blue pile. Pile number 5 is the brown sparkly pile. Pile number 6 is the green pile. Pile number 7 is the white pile. Pile number 8 is the clear pile, and pile number 9 is the black pile. So while you guys are picking your piles, I do want to say anything you need to know about me is going to be in that description. If you have a pick a card suggestion, go ahead and either leave it in the comments or send me an email, and we'll put it on the list and I will get to it. Also, understand that, you know, I do post free public readings pretty much every day of the week, but I can't really get into details with those. So if you enjoy my reading style, go ahead and check out my private readings. We can look into a situation for you a lot more deep, and I do have price points at every level, so you should be able to find something that we can work with. All right, don't want to waste your time. Let's start with pile number 1. Alrighty, guys. So, those of you who pick pile number 1, I always have to move these out of the way so that we have enough room. There we go. The pink pile. What will they do next? Okay, so we have Change, the Magician, the Two of Cups, the Wheel, the Bee, and the Lighthouse. Okay, let's go ahead and start with the tarot, okay? And then we'll go to this one. All right, so the tarot, we've got the Magician and the Two of Cups. This is pretty straightforward. This person wants to make something happen in this relationship. They want to come together with you. If you're asking about somebody that you're actually not interested in, you're going to need to be very clear with them about, you know, about how you're feeling, because otherwise they're going to think that this is supposed to be going forward, because that's where they are. They want to manifest things with the Magician, and they would like to be in some kind of relationship with you. They'd like to come together. They feel very drawn to you, very magnetized by you. Whatever's going to be going on, your key right now is to work on changing the situation for yourself, for the better for you. So that might mean not necessarily like changing the relationship or trying to change the other person or anything like that, but working on changing yourself in a way that you might be, for example, more pleasing or more compatible with this particular person, you know? It could be something as simple as like, you know what, let's go ahead and get a haircut, or let's go ahead and get some new clothes. Or it could be something, you know, kind of big, like, well, you know, I've been having this issue and I'm going to see a counselor about it, you know, that kind of thing. It could be anything. Just know that there's something inside of you or something about you that you could change, and it would help the situation. If you have no idea what that is, go ahead and paint your nails. Or, guys, go ahead and maybe alter your facial hair a little bit, just to get into that energy of change, because this is your advice card, okay? So we've got the Wheel, the Bee, and the Lighthouse, okay? So this is pretty good, okay? The Wheel is a lot like the Wheel of Fortune, so it is, you know, again, saying your luck's coming up. But the Wheel also has to do with things moving forward, okay? So this is kind of reiterating what the Magician and the Two of Cups is saying, all right? We've got the Bee, and the Bee is, this is like hard work, and hard work paying off with the sweet honey that bees bring, all right? So this is like your hard work's paying off. this person's going to be coming forward, all right? But we do have the lighthouse. Now, the lighthouse can show hope, okay? The lighthouse can show that, you know, you're nearing the land. You're almost there. Of course, it can show that. But there's also, when lighthouses are up, it's also because there might be some danger around too, kind of below the surface. Just be aware, you know, that's it. I don't feel like this is something that is you know, something really, really major to worry about, but it's just when there's a lighthouse, it's, you know, it's not just because you're about to reach a city, but it's also because, you know, there might be some shallow water there with rocks jutting up and all of that kind of stuff, and we don't want to crash right before we end our journey with where we're supposed to be, right? So this looks good. Your person wants to make this happen. That's the best way I can put it. Alrighty, those of you who picked the purple pile number 2, here is your reading. We have challenge, the world, the 4 of cups, storm, moon, and door. Okay, so here's the deal, okay? So first off, this is your advice card, okay? So I'm going to kind of leave this out. It might seem like this isn't saying that there is a challenge necessarily. This is about the action you're supposed to take. So what's your person going to do? I don't really feel like they're going to do much. You know, right now at the time. I think that what they're going to be doing is they're going to be just kind of considering their options. They're kind of a little dormant. They might seem a little disinterested or a little, oh gosh, what's the word? Maybe even like like maybe even depressed, okay, or a little despondent. They've got a lot on their minds. They've got a lot that's kind of taking up their emotional energy right now. One thing is that they might not know that you're around, like you might not be in their radar. So if you're in a situation like that, make sure that you do something to kind of make yourself stand out around them. And I'm not saying, you know, show up at work in a bathing suit or anything like that. I just mean, you know, smile at your person, make certain your person you know, knows that, you know, you're kind and that you want to be nice to them and that kind of stuff. One thing though that they are working on right now is when we've got the world, they're really working on making something whole, you know, coming together and finally getting something done, okay? So once that happens, then they'll be a lot more refreshed there, okay? Another thing, when we have a storm, you know, and we've got the 4 of cups here, you know, your person might actually be depressed. Your person might be having cloudy thoughts. Your person might be blue. Your person might be down. Another thing is that this shows a lot of energy being spent, okay? And when we have a lot of energy and we're trying to complete a big project, right, with the world, then yeah, we can be, you know, sometimes ignorant about some of the other stuff around us. You know, I'm sure you've gotten really hyper-focused before in a book or in a show or in a movie or whatever it is that you enjoy doing, working on cars or playing the piano or whatever it is. And it's like anything can be going on around us and it's like we don't notice, you know? So it's kind of like that. We do have that some intuition is being used here, though. Your person is in their intuitive power right now. And that should be reassuring because I do feel like it's such an important part for a person to be in touch with that kind of stuff when you've got this culmination and when you've got some kind of romantic situation, okay? And the bottom line is once they're done with this, they will walk through, they will open a door, you know, it'll open an opportunity for the two of you. So do keep that in mind. I just don't feel like they're going to be doing it now. This is kind of like, you know, in the near-ish future, in about a month, okay? Now here's what you can do. If you're really close with the person, or if you're on a friendship level, you can start challenging them. You know, you can say, hey, you know, let's, you know, if you want to challenge them to maybe not be so blue and that kind of thing. You know, you can be like, hey, let's go, you know, and suggest doing something that this person finds fun, you know, or let's do this thing, let's not do this thing, or like, oh, I really like your opinion about this thing, because it's like, they need to feel worthwhile. They need to feel like they can really get involved with things and you know, socially, and, you know, and kind of get into a frame of mind where they're feeling more healthy. Maybe, let's go work out, whatever it is, that you think might help them. Okay. Another thing is that you need to also kind of be challenging yourself in your own world. This person is the kind of person that puts a lot of energy into going for what they want, okay? And by putting a lot of energy into going for what you want in your life, just whatever it is, it's like you're matching energies with them, and you'd be syncing up, okay? So keep that in mind. It actually doesn't look bad. It looks pretty good. Alrighty. Okay, pile number 3, the red pile. Okay, we've got frustration, we've got the Ten of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Octopus, the Stick, and the Snake. Alrighty, so for your person, it's like they have got so many things going on, right? And they're trying to take care of all of it, and it's like they feel like someone, and it could be themselves, it could be somebody else, it's not you, but somebody else keeps getting in their way. It's like they can't. It's like, I feel like it's like they're so focused on what they're doing, and they're doing so many different things that it's like they can't see anything coming that might, maybe delay their actions or something to that effect. I'm trying to think of a really good kind of concrete example to give. It's kind of like the way that I felt when both of my kids were under the age of 6, okay? And I would be cleaning house, and it was like once I cleaned like a corner of a room, it's like that corner became even more messy than it was before I cleaned it, and then I'd move on to the next, and it was like I couldn't ever get ahead, It's like, and it was so frustrating, it was so frustrating. But it's like, and I would be thinking, okay, and I've got to get this stuff done, and I've got to, go to work later, and I've got to do this and that, and it was just like I was constantly pushing myself. One thing that I would do, though, and I feel like your person's falling into this too, is that I would not take a rest. It's like almost like I would be punishing myself for supposedly not getting this stuff done, where in actuality it was like, okay, nobody can outrun two small children when they're in the, basically in that energy of wanting to destroy everything. You have to wait until they're asleep if you want to get any headway, right? And I mean, I laugh because it's like I was so stressed, and it's almost like I'm nervously laughing, right? That's what this is about, okay? That's what this is about. That's what the octopus is about, and the stick, okay? Here's the deal, though. They do want to offer you something, okay? They won't be able to offer a whole lot, but they want to offer something. As long as you're okay with your person having so many other things going on and needing to get ahead, then you'll be fine. If this is the kind of energy that is not good for you, you're gonna have to wait at least 4 to 6 months before it starts getting better. Because they're just in this project. They're in multiple projects probably. One thing that you can help them with is suggest that they find some new knowledge, okay? It's almost like they're not playing with all the facts. They don't have all the information. So if they had more information, then they'd be able to maybe have a little bit of ease up on this. Another thing, please, remind them to sleep, remind them to bathe, that kind of stuff. I'm just thinking about when my kids were little, that kind of thing. And understand, this is what it's going to be feeling like for you. You're going to be feeling frustrated too, because you're going to be picking up on that, okay? Now, some of us, are here asking about our partner in marriage, okay? Or our partner who we're about to get engaged to or whatever, And boy, planning a wedding does feel like this and this sometimes, Just understand that, yes, this is supposed to be going on right now. It's teaching them a lesson. It's going to vary from person to person, but in general, this is supposed to be going on. It might be frustrating, but there will be an end. They are trying to take care of you. They are acknowledging you. They do want you in their life. They just have all of this other stuff that they're trying to juggle around. Imagine the Two of Pentacles. If you're familiar with the card, it's the guy that's juggling the coins inside of, usually it's like a infinity symbol. Imagine if that guy had 8 arms instead of just two. That's what this would look like. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be frustrating for you, but you know, this is the way it is. All right, guys. Okay, sorry, but you know, they'll get it done. They'll get it done. This isn't forever. All right, those of you who picked pile number 4, the green, we have Faith, we have the King of Wands, we have the 5 of Swords, the axe, the tree, and the ribbon. Okay, I don't usually get this, but this could actually literally mean their next step is to cut down a tree. I think that for maybe one person, that's a message. And I just kind of feel like for this one person, they're like, oh, thank goodness, because maybe this was like that one they needed their person to do that for them. For everybody else, the next thing that they're going to do is they're going to, you know, kind of try to come forward with a little bit of bravado, with a little bit of maybe not a little bit, with some confidence, you know, and they might kind of be like, oh, me, look at me, you know, I'm so great, I'm so wonderful, you know, that kind of thing. Understand that they're trying to show off. They want to get your attention, okay? That's what they want. That's their objective. You know, we're saying, what are they going to do next? Not necessarily what their objective is. But since it's very clear to me, you know, they're going to be like, oh, look at what I did. You know, look at this thing. They're trying to get your attention, and they're feeling pretty good about that, okay? One thing that you guys might notice is that as I'm talking about this, it might be like, but I have been waiting so long for this. This is like so ridiculous. I don't know what to do, and all of that kind of thing. Your advice card is Faith. So what you need to be understanding is that just have some faith in the situation. If it doesn't end up manifesting by May, if you can wait that long, then walk away, okay? But I do feel like this is going to be manifesting by May. For those of you who are watching and it's not going, like, and it's not the week that this went up, that will be something like, in the next 2 months from now, okay? By the next 2 months from now, if nothing's happened, then go ahead and walk away, all right? So here we do have them. They're gonna get rid of something that's been bothering the relationship, okay? They're gonna they know that they need to cut something out of their life that's getting in the way of the relationship. So keep in mind they're going to do that. We've got the tree, and the tree lets us know that they might not be feeling very well. They might be kind of in bad health for a little bit, and I feel like that's why they need to cut this thing or person out of their life. It's not you. This is something else, like maybe a family member, maybe a situation that's causing them stress, that kind of thing. So that's another thing they're going to do next, okay? Simultaneously while they're doing me, and they're going to be complimenting you. They're going to be telling you that you look good, going to give you some kind of indication that they see you and they like what they see, that kind of thing, all right? It's not just sexual, you know. I mean, when we have wand energy, yeah, we have that passion, which is equated with sexuality sometimes. And sometimes the cards being here, it's more obvious than others. But yeah, I mean, if we've got some physical attractiveness and a wand card, there's probably some sexuality here, okay? But at the same time, you know, it could just be that this person's a very creative, passionate person, and they really like, you know, the ideas that you have, or they really like your spirit or something like that. So it's not all surface level, okay? So yeah, just have some faith in the situation. Give it 2 months. You know, if you care to, if not, walk away, you know, but give it about 2 months, that things will change, things will be fine. All right, pile number 5. Those of you who picked this sparkly, I don't know if you can tell what that looks like here, because I think that when I hold it up close, it actually gets blurry, but I'm not certain. Yeah, the sparkly brown one. Okay, so we have Victory, the King of Cups, the Empress, the Ear, the Sun, and the Crystal Ball. I cannot, like, this is in cursive. I can read cursive, okay? But I don't know how to pronounce this word. It's like orbiculum. I actually probably pronounced it right. Anyway, I always call it the crystal ball. I just wanted to mention that in case you guys have the deck and you're like, that's not what it's called. Anyway, so yeah, King of Cups, Empress. Why are you even watching this? Of course, you're fine. This person has romantic feelings for you. They care about you. I mean, you guys are so fine. It's like, I don't even know what to say. I just go through it. They're going to be expressing themselves. They're going to be sharing their feelings with you. You're going to be feeling like, you know, you're going to be feeling like things are kind of coming in, like you're really getting what you want out of this situation. If this could be a dual message, I'm being told. The ear could either represent that you need to kind of pay attention a little bit more, and that would be any sense, okay, not just the ear. Or it could be a reassurance that yes, they are going to listen to you. Whatever it is, like that you might need to talk to them about, they will be listening to it. That's another thing they'll be doing soon, okay? But the bottom line is on expressing their feelings. That's what they're going to be doing, expressing their feelings. We've got the sun. You guys are going to be happy that, you know, if you're wondering about whether or not you're going to find out the truth of a situation, with the ear and the sun combined, it's like you're hearing the truth, okay? You're hearing, you know, you're shedding light on something that you're not certain about, that kind of thing, okay? So understand that. You know, but the sun always brings up the energy of a reading. So if you've got a person that's sharing their emotions with you, you experiencing abundance, and all of that, and you've got the sun, it's like you've got that, but it's even better, right? So it's like, you know, that's why I'm like, I don't even know, okay? Crystal ball lets me know that you guys have a future. You have a good future together, right? So no need to worry about them going anywhere. And victory, I mean, this is your advice card, but I don't know exactly how to advise you in this situation because it looks so great. I guess my advice to you would be understand that you are going to succeed in this situation. According to these cards, everything is fine. If you've been noticing that you're kind of worried about things, or you're kind of thinking in that circular logic and getting yourself kind of snared, that's coming from you, not them, okay? Please understand that. Sometimes people can have behavior that'll trigger us in some kind of like nervousness or maybe mistrust, or, you know, it can be different ways, you know, but sometimes people can have behavior that'll trigger us. Given how positive this message is, I feel compelled to let you guys know that if there is something that's unsettling you about the situation, I feel like it's kind of over-identifying with negative thoughts. You know, I'm prone to doing that, so that's why I mention that sometimes from time to time, because when I see it, because I know that I know that it can be an issue, but you guys are fine. Everything is fine between the two of you. All right. Yeah. And in case you didn't know, just in case this person isn't your partner, or this person's like a crush or a friend or something like that, they are in love with you, okay? I mean, it's very clear. Alrighty. So, those of you who picked the blue stone, here is your reading. So we've got growth. We have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Cups. We have the key, the bell, and the stump. Okay. I've got some coffee right here. I'm going to take a sip here while I'm thinking about this. Okay, here's the next thing that they're going to do. All right. They've kind of got to the point where they've you know, they've come to the point where they're ready, okay? They're ready to go for it, whatever it is. They're ready to go for it. They're going to be making a decision very soon. Okay, I'm going to put it within 2 weeks. Regardless of when you watch this, it'll be within 2 weeks, okay? And the decision is going to be either to be with you or not, okay? And they'll make it very clear to you. For those of you who were wondering, well, which decision are they going to be making? Unfortunately, some of you guys are going to be making, you know, the decision to leave, and some of them, they're going to be making the decision to stay, and I can't say that because I know that this is the general message for all of you guys, right? Either way, though, this is going to lead to happiness for you, because we have the key. Like, this is going to be, like, key in your life, okay? And it's going to lead to, like, the bells. It's like that's, it feels like, you know, that is a positive upturn in your love life, okay? So regardless of whether or not this person leaves or stay, it's going to lead you to feel like you have that you're having a very positive thing, and this will be felt within the next 3 weeks. Okay, so it's like, this isn't something that you're gonna have to wait forever. It's not like, well, if they leave, then you're gonna, you'll find somebody else and they'll be even better. And I'm not trying to say it like that, because it's not like that. It's like, this person's gonna make a decision. They're gonna communicate that to you sometime within the next 2 weeks, and then within 3 weeks, you're gonna be doing really, really good. So understand the situation, and I'm not being told that, like, oh, they're gonna decide to be with you and then they're gonna change their mind, or they're gonna decide not to be with you and then they'll change their mind, or anything. It's stump you. It's gonna be like, wait, what? Because it's like, I don't know, it's like this person's either been dragging their feet, or they kind of have been really content to leave it up in the air. All right. So it's going to be like, wait, what's going on? It's going to be a little confusing for you once they make up their mind. But when they do, they're with it. That's what they're going to do. Either way, your advice for this is growth. This is a time where you are going to be growing. Okay. I'm being told that based on, all of the different things that I'm getting, most of you are they're going to be making a decision to stay with you. Okay. Because we've got the growth, and then we've got the bell and the key. The key is usually the answer. The key usually denotes success, the answer, unlocking, what you want. The bell can represent marriage. It can also represent, relationships and that kind of thing. But just understand, if you're in like that 20% where they make that decision not to be with you, it's still going to be okay. All right. Alrighty, guys. Okay, those of you who picked the white pile, here is your reading. We've got wealth. We have the 9 of cups. We have the 2 of pentacles. We have the star, the crow, and water. All right. Got some coffee. I'm going to take a sip here while I'm thinking. This is my long distance card, okay? Or one of them. We've got water, so that's another kind of indication that this might be a long distance relationship. If it's not, don't worry about it. It's just some of my viewers are in long distance relationships, and that can help them confirm that this is a pile for them. It's weird because it's like, what I'm getting is that things are so good, but unfortunately, your person's not going to be doing much, okay? And I just want to disclose that this is the one that I picked. So it's kind of frustrating for me too. Okay, I get it. So we've got the 9 of cups. Your person's ready. Okay, that's the bottom line. They're ready for something emotional. Okay, and they feel that emotion. Okay, they feel the emotions. Right, and your person's got some things going on. You've got turbulent waters back here. They've got a lot on their plate. Okay, so it's not like just because they're ready doesn't mean that they can act. Okay. With the water, we've got this person's emotions go way deep with you, okay? They really do care about you. For most of you guys, this person's in love with you very easy, okay? With the star, it's like, this is kind of saying, there is hope, though. There's hope that this can go somewhere. This person will get some direction on how to go. It's like, they just got to deal with this. It's like they're ready, but they have to deal with this other stuff. There's some junk they have to deal with, right? We have the crow. This lets us know about messages, okay? This lets us know that there's a message coming. It might be bad news, but I don't feel like it's bad news for the relationship. I feel like it's like you might get a message about somebody, that's associated with this relationship who is maybe sick, or maybe they're not feeling well, or maybe you'll get bad news that, if you guys are in a long distance relationship, they're going to have to cancel a trip or something like that. Okay. I'm not getting that this is going to upset you that much overall, though, because we have your advice card as wealth. It's like in wealth, sometimes this can be like, if you're currently, in a business venture, especially with this person, you're going to be fine with that. Your business is fine. But this can also just mean abundance. Like, you are totally blessed in this situation. You have everything you need to succeed. This is one of those wait and see kind of spreads, unfortunately. I would put it between June and August. for those of you who are watching in the now. And let's see, what would that put us for? Between 3 to 5 months from now for those of you who are watching, and it's not the week this went up, okay? 3 to 4 months. But yeah, I mean, the best I can say, they're not going to be doing anything right now, okay? But the best thing I can say is that they are ready to. They just have to kind of get things sorted first. And there is definitely hope here, okay? Alrighty, guys. Don't worry about this. This is gonna work it out. Okay, those of you who picked the clear one. Alright, we have ending. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay, we have the Six of Cups. We have the Mirror, the Pentagram, and the Harp. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Alright, for a love reading, it's really weird for me because it's like this particular reading doesn't feel to me like it's about love. I know different ways that I could put slants on it, to make it be about love, but my intuition is saying, no, don't do that. Just say what's coming up, okay? So hopefully this will make sense to those of you who picked this pile. We've got your person cutting something out of their life that has to do with their past, okay? And this might be a past relationship. I don't feel like it's going to be you, though. I feel like this is some kind of past relationship. Unless you have known this person since childhood and been with them since childhood. Like, since... I apologize for any of my teenage viewers, but, since maybe 13 to 16 years old, that kind of thing, and do understand, I'm 38, so that's childhood to me, okay? But, it's like cutting somebody out of your childhood, cutting somebody out who you have a whole lot of memories with, that kind of thing. This is because they're being like really reflective right now, and they want to create something beautiful, okay? They want to get along with you, okay? And your guidance card is ending as well. So there's something that you need to end as well. I don't know if it's necessarily a relationship or if it's something else, but something is affecting your relationship that needs to end as well, okay? Gosh, and that's it. Like, that's the best I can say for you guys. I am so sorry that this is so vague, but you guys, the viewers that picked this particular pile, this is it. It's your person's going to be cutting out something from their past. This will affect the relationship. They're reflecting on. They're really reflecting a lot. They want to create something beautiful with you, or create something beautiful in the relationship, okay? And for whatever reason, they're thinking that cutting this out is going to help them. On your end, you need to end something, okay? Or at least that's what your guidance card is, all right? Alrighty, guys. Okay. Hi, pile number 9. Those of you who picked the black stone, we've got Greed, the Tower, the Nine of Wands, the Eye, the Rat, and the Puppet. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright guys, I have some coffee right here. I need to take a sip. Please don't worry. I see the story. I'm just thinking. Alrighty. Here's what's going on with you and your person. Your person's having a crisis. They're going to be going through a crisis soon. This looks like a crisis like... I'm just going to say something from my personal life, okay? And it's just because it's on my mind and it's been really weighing me down lately. My cousin right now, he has cancer, and it's really... and he's not doing well at all this week. And, it's just not going well, when you get to be my age, 38 or so, you will have probably seen a few cases of cancer, and just, you kind of get the feeling of when it's in that very last part, you know, it's kind of like that. I feel like the Tower because of that, right? So it would be something like that. Something going on in their personal life that they've got to deal with, okay? I don't feel like it has anything to do with the relationship based on the other cards, okay? Something that they really, really care about, something that is, you know, they've been feeling positive, creative about, that kind of thing. It's hurting them. Something's hurting them, okay? What they're doing is like they want things to happen in this relationship really, really badly. However, they don't have the emotional resources right now to be able to do that, okay? So it's like, I don't want to say it like, well, they want to, but they're not going to. Because it's not like that. It's like they want to and they are going to. They just have to deal with this crisis first. They have to. And it might not be a really visible crisis. It might not be a crisis that they want to talk about. It might not even be something that you can pinpoint, you know, because we have so many things going on inside of us in our psyche that we deal with all the time. And nobody sees that pain that we're going through when we do that. You know, and it's like that's where I'm putting your person right now, okay? And when I say right now, I mean next 2 months or so. There's gonna be something that's gonna kind of get in the way a little bit. This has nothing to do with you. This is just their life, okay? This is just life happening, okay? And there's nothing about this that's gonna make them, you know, want to not be around you though, because here we've got the eye. They see you. They see you, and they, you know, the best thing that you can do is to support them. You know, they're feeling really weighed down. They're feeling kind of sick of this stuff happening. They're feeling stressed. Okay. They might get kind of sick because they're stressed out, you know, and this would look like maybe a cold or a sinus infection, allergies, that kind of stuff. Basically, you know, how your body kind of breaks down when you're stressed out, you know, muscle aches, that kind of thing. Know that they feel like it's almost like they feel like the world is like controlling them somehow, or that they feel like, oh gosh, they might feel a little smothered by this, okay? So understand that your behavior could possibly make them feel worse if you try to get them to do things for you, that kind of thing, all right? I'm not saying that if you need them and they're your person and they just got to be there for you, not to ask, okay? I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that if they seem a little like frustrated or a little bit like lackluster about doing stuff, you know, it's just because they just have a lot of stress going on, right? Thankfully, this shouldn't be for very, very much longer. We've got 1 to 2 months, okay? So that's where you are with that, okay? About 1 to 2 months, you'll be fine. What your advice card is, kind of a fun card to get for advice. We've got greed. How interesting is that? Alrighty, so yeah. Your advice is to be greedy. You know, make sure that you take time for yourself. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, okay? Make sure that you're being selfish, especially if you're not used to being selfish, okay? Because basically, if your person usually takes care of you, they're not going to be able to as much for a little while. So understand, you've got to take care of yourself right now. And I really do believe, though, that this situation will be fine, because this is what they were doing before this stuff happened. They were just kind of lining up everything, getting it ready, you know, and then all of a sudden, right before they were about to do something, this thing happened. You know, they got hurt and they just got to deal with this, okay? So their intention, okay, is to be with you. And I think that for most of you guys, your person's going to, you know, that your person basically they're not going to go anywhere, okay? And be with you. I do understand. Please understand that I mean that in that they're not going anywhere. Their intention is to stay in a relationship with you. Their intention is to continue to be, you know, in a good place with you, that kind of thing. Yeah, because I mean they do have a lot of really profound caring for you, okay? They just really got to take care of themselves. Alrighty. Okay. So, thank you guys so much for staying till the end of this video. As always, I really appreciate all the feedback and encouragement, comments, everything like that that I'm getting. It's so nice to see how you guys are responding to this and letting me know how I can be better and letting me know what I'm doing right. It's great. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. We're about to make another milestone, but it's like every single time we hit a milestone, if I talk about it, it's like the next week or two, we're going to hit another one. So, you know, maybe I should only be celebrating the big ones, but you know what? I celebrate every single one of you, so whatever. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, you guys are great. Let me know if you have any suggestions. If you want to get a hold of me, I do have my email in the description, and if you would like to order a reading, I'd be happy to book you. Alrighty, you guys take care, and I'll see you tomorrow for another pick a card reading.